Welcome everyone to the third episode of Stories of Common Engineering Students. This is Shivam Hasurkar. Today I have someone very close to my heart and one of the very few people whom I respect beyond anything in this world. My elder sister, Rutuja Hasurkar. It's very rare that I would praise her in front of everyone else. Yeah, but still, she is really talented and hardworking person. She has achieved kind of a dream goal for every other computer engineer out there. She has this very calm and composed personality. She has always known everything about me, maybe the times that I have messed up something or gotten into trouble. She has always supported me. But yeah, she is also the person who convinced me when I was at a tender age that I was adopted, and that affected me a lot. But anyway, jokes apart, we always have each other's back no matter what. Yeah, so this is going to be super amazing talking with my elder sister about engineering, and I am sure we are going to visit some of our childhood memories together. And also, you're going to take away a lot of learnings from this, as she has achieved a lot of things in her life. So, definitely, it's going to be interesting and beneficial for you.
Thank you, Shivam, for having me on this podcast.
So, let's start. Why engineering? Why the decision of engineering? And why computer science engineering to be specific?
Yep. So, as you know, and I'm delighted to tell this to our audience that there has always been a fascination for technology at our house, and it's not the first generation of engineers that we are. I'm proud to say this that we are the third generation of engineers in our house.
Yeah.
Our grandfather was an engineer, and he's always inspired us to solve find a solution to every day-to-day problem may it be that we have. And as you remember, and it is actually funny for me to narrate all of this since we've literally raised in the same household.
Yes.
But yeah, for just to convey this to our audience. So our grandfather, whenever you meet him or visit his place, you'll always find something new, whether it be a plumbing solution or a electrical solution.
It's
That's
like at our grandparents' house, he has never called for a plumber or an electrician or a carpenter. He
yeah,
used to,
ever.
he still does all those things by himself, works on his way to get to the solution.
Yeah, he's in that way, he's very well technologically advanced. And then that has fast forward to our father. He has always inspired us with whenever it comes to technology. And as you remember, anything that comes into market or is there, it's at our house. So we get to use it, we get to experience it. And I think that
Yes.
is what has been inspired us since our childhood to do something in the field of technology and to gain knowledge, build expertise. And I believe computers was one of the booming field, and
Yeah.
I wanted it was also one of my ambitions to do something, provide and make an impact, develop something. So
Also, from a very early age, we had that, like our dad working in telecom electronics sector. We had that privilege of having computers. Like I remember in from a very, like I was in first standard or less than that probably, and we had a computer in our house,
yeah, we
mobile
were
phone,
exposed to computer at a very little age.
a very early age, and dad had latest mobile phones and everything on that. So it always was fascinating to use those technological things, and we grew in the same fashion itself. Also, I guess those decisions were all these crucial decisions were made at the famous court dining table at our house.
Yep. Yeah, so we've been having the same old dining table at our house, and we believe that all the crucial decisions of our lives and all the big decisions are made on that dining table. We discuss about it, what steps to take, what is the career path, or maybe what all needs to be done, and how it's going to look like in the future, maybe 5 years down the
Yeah,
line. So
yeah.
all of those crucial decisions are taken on that table, and we it's called our small little round table conference.
Yes, yes, yes. It's like for every minor or major decision has been, and the table is really old. It is almost like 15, more than 15, 20 years, I feel.
Yeah.
And it has
I
been.
also remember you burnt a part of that dining table when
Oh,
we were
come on.
little bit. We were
we
we
both
were trying to do
we both
something.
were playing. The lights had gone, and we both were
Yeah, there
playing
was no
with
electricity, and we
candle.
were playing with the candle.
And I burned some pieces of paper, and I put them on table itself, and a very small part had got burnt, and it still is there.
Yep. Yeah, I remember mom has been trying to cover that part by putting some things on it. But yeah, even though it has that table has lots of memories.
Yeah. So you moved to Pune for your engineering right after your 11th, 12th. What
Yes,
I
yes,
want
I
to know more about that transition from Kolhapur, a kind of a small city, to metro city, wherein city like Pune, and going to a college wherein you have met people from all around the country.
yeah. So yeah, of course, it was a big change. I did my junior college in Kolhapur, studied and prepared for most of us as we do prepared for JEE, IIT, and then BITS and CET. Then I got my admission into Cummins College of Engineering, Pune, moved to Pune. Of course, it was a big change both on emotional as well as career side.
Yeah,
Emotional, when I say emotional, yes, living away from your family. It was a big emotional roller coaster ride, as you may
it was
also know.
emotional for you, mom.
As well.
I still
Yeah.
remember mom crying, and you also crying while leaving you at the hostel. But
Yeah,
somewhere back in the
it's
mind, I was the happiest person because I was getting the entire room for
yeah, of
myself.
course. You were getting the entire room all to yourself. So why wouldn't you be? But
Yeah,
yeah, jokes apart, like my side, it, like when you are at home, you are at your comfort zone. You are pampered and very well protected. But once you're out there, you meet new people. You have to like build your identity. So it's a completely like a whole new experience out there.
yes, yes.
Fortunately, uh, I got into a girls' college, which we would definitely
Yeah,
come back to
disclaimer.
later as a point of discussion.
Disclaimer. Um, you did engineering from all girls college, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Then I stayed in hostel there. So it was a completely different experience. I got to meet so many new people, made friends, and that friendship is for life. I mean, I still am friends with them.
Cherish
Even
them.
after engineering, we dispersed. Everyone got into different companies. Some chose to do their masters immediately, but we regrouped. I still have my friends from engineering here
Nice,
in
nice.
California. So
Uh,
it was a very pure bond that we created. So yeah, on personal side of it, that was there. On academic side, you learn so many things. The first year, as you know, it's all about you get to learn on the different sides, on the different fields of engineering. I would say you get to learn all those subjects, and then as you proceed in second year and third year, you get to learn the specialization subjects in your major. So
of
that
course.
that yeah, that's the beauty of engineering.
Yeah. Talking about like making new friends and getting to know new people. It's like you. your college, and I know your group, you had a group of like 14, 15.
Yes. So
Whenever you used to come, you used to invite them home for a party. It used to be
yeah,
crazy for me. But
yeah, we were a large group, and I've always been blessed with good people around me. Fortunate enough to have friends like family. So it was a great part of staying at hostel. We were almost like our group. We were like 14 girls in the group. So whenever we go to mess or any to
oh,
have our lunch and dinner, we used to like occupy a long table. And after a point, even the mess owners were had gotten so used to us that they used to like uh,
keep aside
reserve a
reserve, yeah,
reserve a long table for just for our group at the corner of the mess
mess,
hall.
yeah.
And even like all the girls around us had become so accustomed to our group that they used to not sit at our table. And we used to make so much noise.
That's
Initially
what the point.
everyone used to,
I'm not concerned about keeping reserving the table. I'm concerned about the chaos created.
yeah, there used to be a huge chaos. Like initially, people used to get so annoyed of our group that oh my god, ये लड़कियां वापस आ गई, कितना शोर करते हैं and all. But then eventually, everyone got used to it. And there was one incident. We were planning a lunch trip. So at that point, eating outside was a big deal for us. So
Okay.
we were planning, and we were all of us in the group were like eating enthusiasts. So we were planning a lunch trip to Barbecue Nation, and I remember one of my friends calling them. So when before going, we just wanted to like make sure that they have the capacity to accommodate
Oh.
14, 15 of us. So she called, and she wanted to say, we are a large group, so we just wanted to check if you can accommodate us. But on the phone, like by mistakenly, she said, we are a group of large people. So that has become a joke in our group, and it's been carried on till now.
I,
Whenever we refer to our group, we are like, we are a group
a
of
group of
large
large
people.
people. Yeah.
Not large group of people.
Nice. Nice. Coming back to all girls college, didn't you miss the other intelligent half of the society?
Oh, stop calling yourself intelligent.
This statement could
Okay,
get me into
let's
a lot
not.
of this statement could
Yeah,
get me into a
you
lot of
could get
trouble.
into trouble.
And I don't want your
Let's not
feminist
go
side
there.
to
Let's not go
yeah,
there.
but
But
still.
yeah, it was never a concern. I mean, I know I've got this question a lot even after graduating from college that, oh, you've attended a girls' college, but we really never did miss that part of life. We actually enjoyed a lot being in a girls' college. You know, just being in a girls' college, we missed out of a lot of crap. And well, you may know
Oh,
what do I
I
mean
got
by
the
crap.
word crap.
So
Specifically the word crap.
there was there was so much less of drama, and we could actually utilize all our energy and channelize that into more productive things that we could ever do in college. So may it be the cultural fest that we had at college and the technical
Yeah.
fest, and also since we there is a lot of stereotype around our society, that some jobs or some work is like done by boys or men. But
Mm-hmm. Option
there
for
was
you.
no such thing in here, because all the things we did it on ourselves, and we would proudly say that, oh, what's so difficult in this, that every
Yeah.
time this thing comes up, boys are called, we can do it as well, like climbing on a ladder to put in all the drapes or decoration things
In this
during the
cultural events
cultural
and all.
activities. Yeah,
Yeah.
to many more things when it comes to robotics or anything, you name it, and we'll do it. And
Yeah, I can understand. And there's this quote that women can do all those things that all men can do. and also do it in a 5-inch heels. So
Absolutely.
getting back to the cultural activities part, I know, I remember you participating in a lot of different activities, fashion show, cultural events. So how was it?
Yeah,
And
yeah. So, as important as your academics are when you are in engineering, equally important is how much you participate into your cultural activities or gatherings and the technical activities or the fest that you have, because that not only bonds you with your classmates, your batchmates, your seniors, your juniors. Uh, Also, it also gets to show you, gives you a platform to showcase your leadership qualities
yeah,
and form a group, go out there, meet new people, talk to new people, make friends, make memories, because
yeah, definitely.
once those 4 years of engineering are done, 5 years, that 10 years down the line, you won't remember all the subjects that you learned, or what was
Yeah, definitely.
in chapter 5 of your XYZ subject.
But you
But
are
these are
definitely
the
going
memories
to
that,
remember the friends, the memories, the fun you had, the
yep,
events you did, all those
yep,
moments that you cherished together. You are definitely going to remember.
those are the memories that are going to bring a smile on your face.
Surely, surely. Also, with all those things, kind of a serious question, but there are these kind of vulnerabilities which you where you face that you can see that going on this path will affect your career or future. But like in generally happens when I have seen students moving from a small city to a metro city, and then you get that this freedom, like no restrictions at all from family, and usually girls have many restrictions when they are at home, but getting out, like for engineering or even after engineering, having that freedom, sometimes it happens that students usually overuse that freedom and then get on a wrong path. Did you ever feel that, or it's like something like that, or what did you do to avoid it?
That's a good point, Shivam. I mean, personally, I did not feel that way because I was very focused for what I was there for. Even if, even when I say that you should be participating and enjoying that cultural part of your engineering journey, equally is important. And I think the way that the engineering is structured in India will really not allow you to get diverted that easily. But
Yeah,
most importantly, it's really crucial for you to have your focus
focus.
and to know what you want to do. One key thing that I would like to mention here is set your goals earlier. So when you have your goals set, you know, and you will work towards it. I had decided on a very earlier stage in my engineering that I do not want to just settle on this bachelor's degree, that I wanted to do a post graduation either in India or abroad, do a master's. So that really helped me, keep my focus in what I wanted to do next. And here, the company you are in or the group you have also really contributes to it a lot, because they what they think and what they do would in some or the other part have an influence on you.
Affect you.
For yeah, and in my case, I think I've been fortunate enough to have found friends that always inspired me, and I had wonderful parents and a little brother who has always motivated
Oh.
me to dream big things, and not only dream big, but uh, put in all your efforts and hard work to achieve those dreams, and then once you achieve them, celebrate.
Celebrate. Yeah, there is going to be celebration in your life at one point or the another. It's just you have to decide when you want to celebrate. You want to settle immediately right now and celebrate, or you want to celebrate after reaching the highest point and achieving all those dreams that you have inculcated from a very young age. So that's the choice you have to make.
Definitely.
Moving on to the next question. You had decided, as you mentioned earlier, you had decided that you don't want to settle for bachelor's degree and you want to pursue something more. So, what was that something more, and why did you decide it?
Yeah, so uh, as everyone had, I also had these two options, and I started my research and journey to get into this very early as to determine what is the part that I wanted to take, whether to do MTech back there in India or get a get a master's degree abroad. So, and I would say my college really did contribute into deciding what is it that I wanted, because my college had an affiliation with one of the very renowned universities here in US, which actually, and they provided a scholarship for it. So that really triggered me to prepare for GRE or TOEFL and
Yeah,
build my portfolio in a way that I could apply for a master's degree abroad. Unfortunately, or unluckily, I couldn't get through that process, but it was
it
that
created a tuple in which you had said that you want to achieve this, a similar thing
yes,
to
yes.
this.
Yes. And then, as in how I started researching and getting to know about what could be done to achieve this dream of mine. So, my seniors advised me that you should definitely gain some experience back in India, work in the professional world, get some experience, and then travel to the US, get your master's degree. And that has really helped. I mean, that experience or that professional exposure not only helped in my academics here, but also was beneficial at many levels.
Just to give information, after completing her engineering, she did 2 years professional work in a fintech company as a software engineer. And then she was admitted to a renowned university in the heart of Silicon Valley and completed her master's degree in last year, 2021, and currently working as a SDE1 and AWS. So this is kind of a dream path for a lot computer science students to achieve that level of excellence. So what preparation it needs to, let's go step by step, what preparation it needs
Yeah.
to crack the masters, get into one of the elite colleges in USA, Canada, Europe, or Australia, or other parts of the world.
Yeah, so primarily, start building your profile right when you are in engineering. So try to build your profile around what specialization you want to do,
Okay.
and work
Are
on
there any,
projects.
yeah, are there any like must have points on your profile? Like, if you could name any.
Yep, yep. So couple of things on top of my mind that would definitely help, not only in your applications for masters, but also while you are pursuing your master's degree in the US or in anywhere, I would say. I've heard from my friends who study in Germany or Australia. So a couple of things that are really going to help is working on as many projects, on like projects in your engineering. Do internship which would expose you to the practical
Okay.
knowledge or the
Yeah.
or get you the industry experience. That's one thing. Work on maybe research projects at your college level.
Okay.
Write research papers, publish them, and put them on your profile. So these are the things that are really going to showcase and build your profile.
Also, along with this profile building, uh, what other factors are there
Yeah,
that help you?
yeah. So that's on the profile side. But if you are preparing to study abroad, you'll have to, depending upon which countries you are targeting, mostly for US, Canada, you'll have to appear for GRE, which is a combination of a verbal plus assessment.
Okay.
Quant wise, since we've done engineering, that is maybe the easier part of the two, and
It seems like
it's
quant, we Indian engineering students can easily crack because it's based on 9, 10, and like 11, 12, very like those years of mathematics.
yeah. So on the exams part, there's GRE, then there's TOEFL, which is an English proficiency exam. Many countries opt for IELTS. There are other countries which look for your TOEFL scores. So exams wise, these two are the major exams that we need to appear.
So, an important thing, like everyone has that question in mind, whether to take experience before. Let's focus on masters. Whether to take
Mhm.
experience before doing masters or directly go after engineering. So, what is just your opinion in brief? Achyut?
Um, from experience, I would say having industry exposure for a couple of years before you pursue your master degree is, of course, going to help you. And this is what I'm saying from experience because it has helped me. Coming from an Indian engineering degree, we know there's not much of a practical knowledge that we get.
Yeah.
We are very used to having just the theoretical knowledge of it, although there are many colleges back in India which are now going towards autonomy, and then like the courses you have taken up, right?
Yeah.
You got to do an internship in the last semester
Yes.
of your
Yes.
degree,
Yes.
which really exposed you to some industry.
Now universities and
Mhm.
colleges are moving towards trying to get more practical and industrial knowledge
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
students.
So that for me, and from what my peers told me, there wasn't much of that sort. So coming directly here, the pattern is really different from what we have in India. So with that respect, I would say having some industry exposure really builds that part of you, and that is going to help you here.
Talking about differences in teaching or in academics here and US, here as in India and in US, what difference did you feel that the practices that are followed there and here, what's effective or what difference does it make?
Yeah, so the most important difference that I've observed in the two education patterns is that back in India, we are more oriented towards theoretical knowledge, and even if we have practicals or labs, we just tend to copy paste from someone else's lab, which really does not develop us in that subject or build us in that subject matter. Whereas here in the US, it's more of practical oriented knowledge. So, just to give an example, in computer science algorithms, if there's algorithm XYZ that taught in India, the professor would just explain what the algorithm is and tell us what it does. But
Yeah.
here, the professor would not only tell us what it does and how to and explain the algorithm, but give us a couple of problems which would make us to use that algorithm to solve that
Apply.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apply it like immediately right in the class. They'll provide you with so many examples and so many assignments that will make you proficient in that algorithm. So maybe that explains what the major difference is.
Yeah. Okay. So talking about differences, not specific to academics, but lifestyle in US and in India. Not comparison as such, but you spending 2 years doing the masters and San Jose, right? So how was it, and what like factors you had to face, and how was
Uh,
the journey with friends and all?
it's fun. I mean, on the academics part, you do struggle a bit initially, but once you get a hang of it, it's really fun. But on the other hand, living like half the world away from your
Yeah.
home country, so your family, your home country, and making new friends not only of your nationality but uh, multicultural. So you really get that exposure to different cultures of the world,
Yeah.
and you have to cook yourself because at the initial phase you really cannot afford to eat outside every day, right?
Yeah.
So you
Learn cooking.
tend to understand, yeah, you have to learn cooking, and you tend to understand the importance of your mother and father in your life. The
Yeah.
little things that they do for you when you are at home, the way you're pampered at home, it's really not there here. You right from when you wake up to till you sleep, all the things you'll have to do it on your own. It's a learning on your lifestyle part. You
Yeah.
have to cook. In India, it's a luxury for us to have so many places to eat around. But here, just to have that sabzi roti, you need to put in your own efforts. You need to cook, and then you realize how much of a terrible cook you are. But you
But
learn. Eventually,
yeah,
you learn. So that's nice.
and eventually you make a group of friends. Like I have seen a lot of students who have shifted
Yep.
in foreign countries. You make a very good close group of friends, and it's like your own
Yeah.
family out there. Right.
Yes. So definitely, since all your family and relatives are so far, your friends are your family, and then you get to create this beautiful bond out of it.
Sure. Yes. So moving on to the final question, like the aim that most of computer science engineering students have getting placed into one of the what it used to be called as FANG. I don't know after changing of Facebook to Metaverse what is this called now, but the FANG companies getting a job, getting the dream job in these companies at different locations in the world. How did you crack it, and what it feels like after cracking that?
It's definitely a really great feeling and a great sense of achievement that you feel. So I'm actually answering the second question first because I
Yeah,
feel it's it's a little easier to tackle. But so yeah, of course, why not? You're working for one of the topmost companies in the world and in your field of interest. So it is it is of course a dream come true. Coming to the part where how to prepare for it. So I would say, coming from a computer background, you need to religiously know your data structures,
Oh,
object
okay.
oriented programming. That is going to stay right from engineering first year till you complete your engineering, till when you start your masters till you complete your masters, and then
Okay.
also when you start working here in the industry. So that is not going to leave you ever. So come what may, religiously study that, practice that. Your Not only your academics knowledge is important while cracking an interview, your behavioral questions, or what they call here is, or maybe in Amazon, it's the leadership principles.
Principles.
They
Yeah.
do they do matter a lot, and they assess you on those aspects. So you have to be yourself on that part. There's nothing really right or wrong in that aspect, but answer to the best of the knowledge you can. And coming to the coding part, there are different tools that you'll need to practice. Lead code being the best first one of it. So start
Okay.
start practicing lead code from the day you start your masters.
Okay. Nice, nice. It's going to be really motivating for a lot of students out there to
I
not
hope it
only
does.
not only get into engineering and complete those 4 years, but also life after that. Someone who wants to pursue masters, this podcast is going to be useful for them. So one last thing, how would you summarize your 4 years of engineering, then 2 years of job, then 2 years of masters, and getting placed into one of the elite companies? How would you summarize all this and give motivation to uh, the students?
To summarize, I would just maybe reiterate what I said earlier. Um, Dream big, have focus, work hard, don't lose hopes, be persistent, and give in all your efforts, and then celebrate.
Lovely, lovely. It was great talking to you, Didi. And I hope this is
Same
going
here.
to be a great deal of learnings for everyone listening to it. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, for listening till the end of it. Keep listening to Stories of Common Engineering Students.